To another Friday with Jasmine. I am Jasmine Bryant, your Fear No Video coach, and I help entrepreneurs, network marketers, business owners, and coaches to feel more confident on camera so that way you can show up for your audience and vibe with your tribe, generate more leads, more sales, and therefore make more money and help more people. So today we are talking about video basics. So video 101. This is, if you've never done video before, just, the things that you need to do to get started. So before we begin, let me just do a little housekeeping. So if you're watching this on Facebook, we're streaming like everywhere. So if you're watching this on Facebook, then please make sure to look at the pinned chat comment, which says is it still pinned? Yeah. Look at the pinned chat comment that invites you to click the link so that way Facebook and Restream can be buddies, and I can see who's here when you say hi. And so do please say hi when you pop on. And if you're watching the replay, just put replay in the chat so that way I know that you were here, and ask any questions that come up for you, okay? All right, so I'm excited. It's a little gray here today in Florida. So the Sunshine State is getting some rain. So hopefully the lighting stays pretty decent throughout. Excuse me. Sorry. So the reason we do video as business owners is because it is king. In this digital age, video really overtakes everything. And the human brain, and if you've watched me before, you've heard me say this before, but the human brain processes video 60,000 times faster than the written word. And we remember 86 times more what we see visually, like in a video form, versus what we read. So think back to, you can probably recite a movie that you've seen, maybe once or twice when you were a kid. You could, just pop quotes out from it today. That's the power of video. And as business owners, the stat that's really important is, around 90% of viewers or shoppers, they say that watching a video from the company is what gets them to purchase, is what propels them to go to your website. So video is really incredibly important. And so that's why we want to do video. Okay, we want to be seen. When you're visible, you make money. And so just to give you like a quick story, right? Some examples. One, I had a client. She was one of my first. She's a teen confidence coach for teen girls. And she helps teen girls become empowered, just amazing women. And she wanted to create a course for these girls so she could, really reach more people, help more girls, because as a solo coach, you can only talk to so many people. But she couldn't do video. She was afraid. She was absolutely petrified to go on camera. So we worked together very closely for a few months, and we went from, her not being able to look at the camera and get on it and just do it, to going live every single day. And short story, long story, less long. She went from being petrified to going live every day, to creating her course, to having a waiting list of clients, to having a brick and mortar location to meet her clients, and being invited on stages, being invited onto TV shows. And now she's a best-selling author. All of this because she started with video. And she got a coach, me, to help guide her through all of those things that were holding her back. And the things that hold so many business owners back, excuse me, number one, it's fear of judgment, right? You feel like you're going to be foolish. No one likes to feel foolish. So fear of judgment is one of the things that really holds people back. Um, you know, do people want to listen to what I have to say? Do I have anything to say? All those things. Number two, perfectionism holds business owners back all the time because you feel like everything has to be perfectly aligned before you can start. You might want to, I need to lose 15 pounds. I need to gain 10 pounds. I need the perfect setup. I need the perfect camera. I need the perfect light. I need, my hair perfectly done. I need my nails to not have a single visible chip. I need. All you need is to start, is to do, because your perfect client, your ideal client, your customer, they want to work with you, but they don't know you exist. And what you have to say is more important than being perfect. And they rather know who you are versus some, perceived perfect version of yourself. And number three, it's tech. And that's kind of where we're headed today. Excuse me. But the tech holds you back because you feel like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have the skills. I don't know what to buy. I don't know how to use it. I looked at YouTube University and I see what these influencers are doing and I got the things, but I don't know what to do. And so tech holds you back, and it doesn't have to be that way. And I have to apologize. I have like I don't know, a little crick in my throat from something. Probably because I just finished work and I didn't take a nap today. Shh, don't tell anybody. So I apologize if I'm clearing my throat a lot, because it is what it is. All right. So we talked about, these influencers and the YouTubers and the people who have, the $4,000 DSLR cameras that are envy worthy, right? You don't need it. You see the ones who have all the big lights that cost, hundreds of dollars. You don't need it. You see the fancy background and the green screens and all of that. You don't need it. Okay? Start with your phone. That's what you need. If you have a smartphone, most likely it's not going to be, super old because the technology changes so quickly. But most smartphones have good enough cameras, good enough microphones. You just need to have a smartphone, have something to stabilize the phone, like a tripod, which it's just a stick with three legs, and you can get one as cheap as like $10. It's not going to be the best one for $10, but it'll get you started. And the reason you want to have the tripod is so that way your phone is stable. And, think about how you want to do your videos. Do you want to do a seated video like this, in which case you might want to invest in a web camera, just to go on top of your computer, because it's going to be a little bit better usually than your computer camera, but your computer camera is most likely just fine. It's most likely just fine. Okay? If you're starting, just start there. Also with a seated setup, a desk microphone. And let me see if I can move this without, yeah. So I have a little desk microphone. This one, I think I got it on sale for like $70 or something. But you can get them a little bit cheaper, a little bit more expensive. But again, your microphone on your web camera is probably okay. The microphone on your computer is probably okay. It's not going to be the best, but it won't be the worst. If you're using your phone because you want to do things that are standing, like I love doing videos where I'm standing, right? I talk with my hands a lot, so I like to move around when I'm talking. It helps me to think a little bit more clearly. I feel more awake. I feel more energetic. So I like to stand while I'm doing presentations or creating videos, creating content. But for something like this, sitting is a little bit better. But if you're using your phone, again, you have your tripod, and you just, stick it on your tripod, depending how it works. And you can get a microphone that attaches to your camera, your phone. You can get one for, I don't know, like $25 on Amazon, and I've tried a few of the cheaper ones just so I can tell folks what works better. I have not found one that I actually like, or that I love. I found one that's decent-ish, but it could use more work. But you just try it out and see. And the reason you want a microphone is so you can, it just sounds better. It sounds more professional. And if you're outside, you really want the microphone so that it helps to hear you and not the cars going by or, anything like that. So when you're ready to start, let me show you one of the best things ever is a cloth to clean the camera. That's the worst, is that you do a video, you're all excited, and then you realize that you look like garbage because your camera's not clean. And clean the front camera too. This little cloth. Don't use don't do that. Okay. All right. So this is a really quick basic there. So think about how you're using your video. If you are planning to create reels, and reels are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and these are the videos that are vertical, okay? So they're vertical. You have vertical videos and horizontal videos. So if you are using reels, you want the reels to be vertical. So if you are shooting for a reel, then make sure that you shoot with your phone like this, okay? Not like this. If you shoot like this, then it's going to be landscape, and it's not going to look the best for reels. Now, there are some ways to manipulate the video after through editing, but if you're just starting out, I don't want you to really focus on editing right now. I want you to focus on actually being on camera. So let's not worry about editing just yet. So shoot reels this way, not this way. If you're doing a post for Facebook, then that's not a reel, just a post, then this is fine. If you're shooting for YouTube, this is what you want. Unless you're doing a YouTube short, then this is what you want. And so as you pop on, just say hey, so I know you're here. And again, if you're in the Facebook group, then you might have to click the pinned comment to let Facebook know it's okay to tell me who you are. Okay, so the other thing that you want to think about is where you're going to post and why, and where your videos are going to go and why. So this is all just like really basic, like 101, focus on this, and then we can get to later, in this series of videos, we can get to more of the what to do once you're actually recording. But different platforms have different purposes. So YouTube is great for longer form videos, at least 15 minutes or more. So like this video, this live it's streaming on YouTube right now, and then it will live on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, because it's it'll be longer. It's going to be probably, we're looking around 20 minutes. Most likely we're at 14 right now. So that's great. YouTube rewards long form video because it keeps people on the platform longer. So they love long form video. If your video does well, then they'll keep popping it out to more people. But they don't necessarily do that with the shorter videos because there's really no upside for them. But if you're doing a short, like some of my shorts do really well, and they are usually like 45 seconds and under. They have to be under a minute to be a short on YouTube, which is like a reel, basically. So it's really great YouTube loves long form content, so 15 minutes or longer. Facebook also likes long form comment, 15 minutes, around 15 minutes or so, 30 minutes around there. Again, because they want you to keep people on the platform. When subscribers are watching you, then they stick around a little bit longer, they'll see some ads, they'll buy some things. And so that's how Facebook makes its money, is by keeping people on the platform. So they will also reward longer videos. However, caveat, Facebook is really pushing reels, and reels are generally a minute or less, right? Under a minute. And like stories, they love stories. And so when you're doing a reel, that can be just a quick tip or a thought of the day, just something that is quick for you to engage with your audience. So just keep that, again. Think about how you're using the video, and this is, again, we'll go into a lot more later, but this is just easing you into how the video basics, right? Um, Instagram also loves to push reels right now. And so again, the reels are a little bit shorter. Now, if you have, say, I don't know, like a 3-minute talk that you're doing, then you can break it up into like 3 reels. And the app can show you how to do that. It's really, really simple to do. However, if you're just starting out, you're not likely to do a 3-minute video. So we can, again, talk about that later. TikTok. Now, I am just starting with the TikTok. I don't feel like my people are on TikTok really, but it's fun. But I'm not doing like any of like the crazy like influencer type stuff, like no dances, no trends, no things like that. But with TikTok, again, they push their reels. TikTok is basically reels, but you can kind of, again, if you have longer form content, you can break it up into 45 seconds, a minute, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. So that is pretty easy to do, and the app just lets you do it. It helps you to do it. So that's what we have. LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, which I didn't mention, and I'm not streaming on LinkedIn today because I'm having some tech issue with that. But with LinkedIn, you want to record horizontal. Okay, horizontal video for LinkedIn. Etsy, if you're a handicrafter, an artist, vintage reseller, whatever, Etsy is also really loving video. So your listings get pushed up when you have video. And the video, it's silent, it's under a minute. Actually, I think it might be only like 15 seconds. It's really, really short. So it can just be you making whatever it is that you sell. It can be you just, holding up your product and showing all the sides, but it's really short, and again, it's silent, so it's a lot less pressure for you. But it's going to help you to be more visible and generate more leads, make more sales, make more money, and help more people, sell to more people, etc. So let's see. Let me know what questions come up for you as you think about diving into the video basics. Um, and I'll just show you this too. So this is an iPhone, and you have your video here. Let's see. So you just click on video, right? And I'm trying to show, like, my hair's in the way, but you click on video and then you just hit record. And again, when you are shooting, when you're shooting, you want to, and actually let me just put it on. No, that didn't work. Yeah, so you just put it on, oops, stop. Okay, sorry. So you just, you put it on, you put the camera reverse so that way you can see yourself while you're doing it. Um, at some point you probably won't want to do that. You'll probably be able to just hold it have your tripod, center yourself, and then just look at the cameras here and then do your videos. Um, Lighting. And so we talked a little bit about lighting. So with lighting, you want to not be like, I have this window right here, and it's great because it gives me a little bit more natural light, but you don't want the camera facing the window because it's going to wash you out, drown you out, no one will see you. Um you want to face the window if you don't have any ring lights or anything like I do right now. And you can get ring lights for really, really cheap online. So that's not a big deal. 15, $20, Amazon, Five Below, Target, any place like that. Any place that sells cameras will sell a ring light too. I've even seen them at like Walgreens and stuff like that. So before I go, I will tell you about my glitter framework. And that's something that maybe will help you to feel a little bit more comfortable on camera, just to start, because you just want to start. Like, you just want to start. You need to do it. Um, so, so the glitter framework, G is for good lighting. And when I talk about good lighting, again, it doesn't have to be expensive. It can just be a window. You can be outside. Just don't have like the camera again facing the surface of the sun because then no one will ever see you. Or you can purchase lights as well if you don't have natural light, or if you live someplace where maybe it gets dark really, really early. Like if you're on the west coast of Canada and it's winter, and the sun goes down at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then if the time that you can record is at 4 and the sun goes down at 3, then you need some lights. But if you have some natural light, it's always great. Just practice and see how you look, see how you like it. Um, so that's what we do. So L is for leveling your camera. You don't want it to be shaky. And now, like, I have short arms, so I tend to use a selfie stick or a tripod all the time. So I'm not doing this because then the camera is too close to my face, and that never looks good for anyone. It doesn't. You need to frame it well, and that's one of the things that we work on when we work together, is about framing and lighting and dressing and standing and sitting and blah blah blah, a lot of different things. But a tripod or a selfie stick will work wonders. Even just a book and something, to give it a stable base. It needs to be stable. Okay. I is for invest. You want to invest in some equipment. And again, you can start with your phone. You don't need to buy, a multi-thousand-dollar DSLR camera, but you can start with your phone. I would suggest that you invest at the bare minimum in a microphone. Bare minimum microphone. Next thing is lights. So we have T, which is really kind of funny. And that's to test your setup. And the reason I'm laughing is, I was in the south of France, and I bought this thing called a gimbal for my tripod. And what it does is, you put your camera, in this case my phone, on the gimbal and set it to like auto track you, and the camera moves like you have a camera person, which is great because remember I said I love to stand when I'm doing videos and move around. So if I'm moving around, the camera follows me. Well, I never actually read all of the instructions. I mean, the instruction manual is that thick. I think I read a page. So I'm doing my videos, I'm all excited, and then the stupid thing crashes because it just kept like moving where I didn't want it to go. I couldn't get framed right. And then it just stopped working altogether. And I didn't test my tech before I started. I didn't test anything before I started. I just went. So I lost so many hours because I went to the perfect spot where I had great lighting, an amazing background, and then I was a doofus because I didn't know how to use my product. So you need to test your setup. See how it looks, see how your background looks, and then try it out before you just kind of run with it and go wild. So, you don't want to waste time. And the next T is to talk naturally. Just be yourself. And, in television news, which is, my where I started, I've been doing this since I was 15 years old, doing television and teaching people and coaching people how to be on camera. I've been on camera myself, but talking naturally is so key because it goes back to authenticity. And when you're authentic, people will recognize you for you and love you for you and not the version of yourself that you think people want to see. And, in TV, we tell, writers to write conversationally, not, anchorman talk from the 1940s. We're not Walter Cronkite. So don't try to be Walter Cronkite. You know what I mean? So just talk the way that you normally do. And people might not do it because like you're afraid to sound stupid. And honestly, you sound dumber when you're using words incorrectly that you don't understand and when you are presenting yourself as someone who's not you. So be authentic. But also know your audience too. Like if you drop F-bombs all the time and you're talking to children, then maybe let's not do that. Okay, so E is to engage with your audience. And, if you're doing a live like this one, then ask, who's on, and you see who's on, say hello, say a person's name. And we're going away a little bit deeper than video basics. So just roll with me for a second. But engage with your audience and, ask questions, answer their questions, and be friendly, especially on social media because it's social. And so R is to relax and to smile. And that may be hard because you're thinking of all these different things that could go wrong. You're thinking about all these different things that just really make you nervous and scared and all the things. But it's okay. Just relax and smile. It's just TV. It's just a camera. It's just a recording. You're not doing brain surgery. No one's going to die if you flub a word. So remember that. All right, my friends, I am going to pop off of here now. Next week, I'll be back with another live stream for you. So make sure that you put it in your calendar so you can learn all the things. And if you are ready to just have a talk, not even, if you're thinking, you know what? I think I might need to start learning how to do some video, or I just want to know if video will work for me and my business. If this, then just pop into my calendar, meetwithjasmine.com. You see it on the screen there, meetwithjasmine.com. And Jasmine has no E. And let's just talk. 15 minutes can change your life, really. It can change your business. So I look forward to talking with you, and I will see you on the next video, my friends. And again, ask any questions that you have, anything that comes up when you're in your video journey. And again, this was a dive into video basics. And so hopefully I kept it as basic as you need. And if you need more, I'm here. All right, guys. Bye.